Hey, what's going on? Happy Sunday. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? I need to update this. There we go. And 6. There we go. 296. All right. So I'm not gonna waste too much time, right? Because your boy, like my hero, is. Yes. What's up, Rock? Julian, I'm glad the channel's back. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I'm doing 296 today. In case you didn't know, if you're here, you possibly don't know, or you see it in the future. I'm doing 296 on the week there is no chapter because I didn't do it last week because I didn't have a channel last week. The channel got deleted due to some Tower of God related stuff. And I haven't been able. I've been trying to keep up with the chapters. I did a pretty good job while I was sick, but I was sick. My mother was sick, so a lot of the content on the channel slowed down before the channel got deleted. So just getting all that stuff out of the way. If you weren't here for the 2 streams yesterday to hear that, but yes, I'm excited. I thought there was a chapter this week, and then I found out there wasn't a chapter this week. So I was like, there's no way that I'm gonna wait until next week to read them both at the same time, because there's no way I would be able to make it an entire 7 days without getting spoiled again. No, it's not possible. And I think I might have possibly been spoiled. I'm not sure. I was very furious last night. I logged onto my YouTube to like check something, to pull up a song, to play for a stream, and sure enough, it was like front and center. I don't watch anything My Hero related on my YouTube channel for my recommendeds to give me My Hero stuff. I don't know if the content you create can affect your recommended. I don't know, but it was a video front and center. I won't say it out loud. We'll read the chapter, right? I'm going to be in and out because people keep talking to me about, oh, I can't wait till the I started the episode and stopped it, and I was like, let me stream first and then I'll go watch it after. But I won't say if it's a I don't know if it's a spoiler. I just seen someone's thumbnail, and I don't know if the picture came from the this chapter or not, and I seen their title, and I'm just like, we'll read the chapter, right? Then I'll be very transparent if it indeed was a spoiler. But if it's not a spoiler, then it'll just be someone's like clickbaity video title that they put. And then after the fact, after the chapter, I'll say if indeed, I'll tell you what the title was that I saw. But there was no possible way that that I was not going to read My Hero. My Hero is my favorite thing currently. So I can't wait long. I can't wait long without reading it, watching it. I need to consume it. All right, so I'm not gonna waste too much more time. There we are. We're blurry. There we go. I think it's it's my constant moving, and I think it's the glasses, the glare that kind of throws it in. What's up, Henry? You finally joined. I'm sorry you caught up. All right, so I'm looking at 296 right now. I'm looking at the first page. Hellish Hell. Feels good to be back. Feels good to be back. Feels good to be back. Hellish Hell. So this is going to be our aftermath chapter, I would assume. Dealing with the having everything told, like the totality of this war. Give me this keyboard. Give me the keyboard. Give me the keyboard. All right. Let's go single page. All right. In the aftermath, I'm starting. The frontline survivors and those who rushed to the front line after completing their evacuation and rescue duty. All joined forces to stop Shigaraki from escaping. So this is current day. Wait. Okay, so Pixie Bob and Washer. No, that's 13. That's Space Hero 13. This is the first glimpse of 13 we've gotten to see, right? Pixie Bob is still alive. I thought she died. Wait. No, this. Oh no. Okay, let me slow down. I'm thinking this is currently, but this is probably a flashback. I see President Mike here, so I think this is like right now as everything's happening. It's the first glimpse of but I think this is a flashback because we can see the wave of decay, right? All join forces to stop Shigaraki from escaping. Page 3. All right. The Nomu, which will be referred to as near high end, were commanded to team up and execute distraction and disturbance. Oh, excuse me. Were commanded to team up and execute distraction and disturbance strategy. As they made trouble for the heroes, 3 of the near high ends were brought down. Okay. However, 7 of them, along with Shigaraki and his people, managed to flee without a trace. That's everything we saw last chapter. It's currently okay. Thank you. After, it's so weird. I'm so used to looking here for the chat, but now I gotta look all the way over here. So I gotta make sure I'm looking over. Okay. Page 4. Gigantomachia, or I'm pretty sure it's Gigantomachia, but I like Gigan. I like Gigan better. Gigantomachia and Mr. Compress were apprehended. Gunga Mountain Villa. Look at Redestro. Oh, whoa. Edgeshot. Oh my, look at it. Do you see Edgeshot's arm? I'm trying to see if that looks crazy. Holy crap. Okay, so it's Compress is not dead yet. He may still die, but he's not dead yet. I'm on page 4. Page 5. Gaten. Cementos. Redestro, Gaten, Trumpet, and other members of the Paranormal Liberation Front in attendance at the assembly were also captured. In total 16,929 individuals. However, Gigantomachia's rampage allowed 132 of them to escape, including high-ranking advisors. Their bases scattered around the country, were hit too, and the sympathizers were rounded up. I'm gonna go look back at the panels because I was reading and not looking. Edgeshot's clutch for that, man. Super clutch, dude. There's no way Prison Break doesn't happen. There's no way. I'm just trying to see if I can see everyone in the background of all these panels. All right, 6. So Shigaraki, Spinner. Oh, blurry. They captured a lot of people, but a lot still got away as well. All right, 7. New page. All right. Just got word from one of Ryukyu's What's up, Pempy? Just got word from one of the Ryukyu agency trainees. Apparently, Himiko Toga got away and should still be in the area. Damn that girl. We got enough to worry about. You zoom in. Everyone's screaming for help. This is insane. There is no winner of this fight. There's absolutely no winner to this fight whatsoever. 8. Excuse me. No winner whatsoever. There's no way. You're absolutely 16 to arraign 16,000 people, almost 17,000 people at once. There's no way. There's no way that it's not possible. All the prisons are going to be, all the jails, prisons, they're going to be overrun. They're going to put all of these people in Tartarus. I'm certain they're going to put all these people in Tartarus, because it seems like Tartarus would have the capability to hold all of them, and therefore, there you go, right? Oh my gosh, no, it hurts. Get away from here, Mika. These rocks are gonna fall. Save yourself, it's too risky. This is tragic. If you can get away, you can have my Endeavor pouch. What? Children shouldn't have to talk like this. I don't want the pouch. I just want to be with you. Who's gonna save her? Please, someone save her. I'm saying, who's gonna save her? It's like it's like the raft. You're true. It's true. I wouldn't say that. I think so. 9. Ochiko. All right. Zooming in. They came in at the last second. Gotta make it dramatic, huh? That was clutch, though. Close one, huh? A bit. Where's your mom and dad? Oh, that's sad. Their parents are... The boy's leg is hurt. I'll take him to the evac camp. Endeavor pouch! Help, there's someone under here. This is crazy. 10. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh. My wife's inside. Hurry up, miss. What apartment number? Gotta save them, as many as I can. He said 20. No, that's not. I was gonna say 20. It's not. 11. This is rough. This is rough. This is rough. Isn't Tartarus? I'm Pempy. I'm replying directly to Dexter, because there's no way that 16, almost 17,000 people can get put in jail at the same time. They captured 16. It's over 16,000 people. The prison system, like exactly what Dexter's saying, the prison system cannot handle detaining 17,000 people at once. They have to go somewhere. And I think it's going to come to the point where, you know what? Tartarus has the capabilities to hold a lot of people. So we're just going to have to resort to putting them there. So that's what that is. It's just going to be like, we have no other choice but to put them in Tartarus, because there's way too many people. There's nowhere for them to go. Hell, where are they going to put all the people that are displaced from their homes? We're looking at like a disproportionate amount of people that have to be relocated. This is the stuff that we rarely get to see from other series, when we see all of these gigantic cataclysmic battles, and it's just like the fallout from, like, where'd all these people go? I'm at the top of 11. Everyone's just screaming. I'm not reading everyone screaming in agony. There's still lives that can be saved. Then DBZ would have done a time skip and everything's back to normal. Exactly. A lot of series would just time skip us. A lot of series would have just time skipped us, and we don't deal with this. Yeah, you gotta remember. Yeah, it wasn't just one city that he literally. I found the stream too. The My Hero stream that's titled Aizawa, I don't know what chapter it is, but if you go to the playlist, after we read the chapter, I went to Google Maps, because a lot of the cities that they ran off are actual cities in Japan, and we Google mapped it, and he literally went from like the top of Japan to the bottom. He went far. He went really, really, really far. So I can't imagine the actual carnage that's actually there. We're seeing glimpses of it, and it's probably worse than this. There are still lives that can be saved. Still an 11, by the way. Careful, that's gonna collapse. Relax, you're okay now. Need water. I need some help, heroes. Don't just stand there. This guy, I can't take it. This is too much. He bulldozed like 3/4 of the countries in minutes. Yeah, you can't prepare for that. It's crazy. It's really scary. It's really scary what he did. It's really scary what he did. I agree with this guy at the bottom. This is too much. This is too much. It's crazy. Look at this panel. Look at this panel at the top of 12 and 13. Where it's just heroes and rubble and fire and screaming and destruction. This is a crazy panel. This is a crazy, the 12 and 13. Oh my goodness. I need some help, mommy. The pain. Kenta, watch out, careful. Why? Somebody help. How is this real? Call an ambulance. Hang on. This reminds me of Final Fantasy VII when the plate fell. It really does. It reminds me just walking around and just looking at everyone dealing with the fallout. There's totally going to be missing people, never to be found. You can't identify them. They burned alive in a fire. Like, all the people that, gratefully that they evacuated the city where, a lot of the city, a good chunk of the city where Shigaraki decayed at. Good thing they did that. But still, there's the fallout from that too. There's just a section of a city that's gone. It's just gone. It's a wasteland now. It's, oh my gosh. This is the thumbnail. Ochiko's face is the thumbnail. I need a new line of work. Who is this at the bottom? Those look like handcuffs. 14, 15. Oh no! No! No, I see their faces. Oh, I see their faces. I see their faces. I see their faces. What's up, Daquan? Oh, I see their faces. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I don't need to see anything else. Oh, I'm on 14. I see their faces. Shigaraki had truly died. His rebirth was cut short the moment the equipment was destroyed. That slight zap of electricity, which the nearby Exless didn't even feel himself, wasn't enough to revive Shigaraki. No, what brought him back to life was his dream and his hatred. Golly. Oh man. Shigaraki's singular obsession cost so many lives. Wait, Midnight? I got goosebumps just now. Midnight, Crust. Is that Majestic? That's not Majestic in the middle next to Crust, is it? Exless. Oh, I have goosebumps, man. This is crazy. That's nuts, man. Yeah, even native, man. Native's right under crust. I'm gonna burn the image of the man that killed Midnight into my... We have to go back to that chapter and look at his face again. We have to burn his image. So if he ever shows up again, he's gotta die. Who did it? What chapter was that? Oh, what chapter was that? I'm vexed. I'm vexed. I was looking forward to this chapter, but the other guy was Mr. Brave. He was in the overall arc. I want all of these guys' names. I want them all. I have to look this up after. I want them all. I want them all so I can just respect them. There was a mob of them, but it was the last panel we see of her was there was one guy that was holding something and he was the closest. He dealt the first hit. I want him. He dealt the first blow. I want him. Hurt. Meanwhile, 16. Well, dang, it's all over, huh? And look, this is, oh my gosh. This is so true. This is so true. Something as crazy as what just happened, right? Something as crazy as just happened. And then instantly, it's just like, instantly things are just back to normal. So like, it's a society that's so desensitized. Like what happened was serious. And it's just like, well, damn, like that's it. It's over, huh? That's it. Like, you sure? Is this all true? That Dobby dude totally sucks, but what's old Endy gonna do now? Do you think it's all true? If so, that's awful. Ever since his days as the number 2, I had a feeling something shady was going on behind the scenes. Isn't it his job to protect us? What's going on? That man's just a polar bear. 17. Maybe this time it's all over. Let's move abroad. We don't have the money to. Dude, this is so realistic. It's kind of like, it's kind of a turnout. Turn off. Not turn out, turn off. Because it's so realistic. He better have a statement ready about this all tomorrow. It's so realistic that it's unsettling. It's unsettling seeing it in this series because it's so realistic to how the internet and how people react when they just see the headline of something in the news or that they read on the internet. Like, an entire city was wiped out and 22 cities were rampaged through. And there's a laundry list of people that are dead. And all like, and people are just like, man, he's got to apologize for, he's got to make a statement about this tomorrow. The man almost died. His friends, people he's worked with for years are gone. Like, it's, he just found out that his son is alive. Life imitates art. Socrates, probably. Wiped just like that. The lady next to Native was Kendo and Poltergeist's girl. All the progress that Endeavor made, right? This is crazy. And I'm on 17. Yes, I'm 17. These are the little kids from do you think we're gonna be okay? Sure, I mean, think about it. We've got 5 weenies and those guys looking out for us. These are the kids from Todoroki and Bakugo's the hero course classes. 18. 18, we're still going. I'm on single page, so I don't see them both at the same time. That night. I can feel it. My expectations were a bit off, but it won't be long now. What the hell are you up to? Hold on. Why do they assume tomorrow will come for them? No, I won't grant them a moment's rest, because it's my turn now, and my turn will never end. Hear me, my tireless Nomu. It's time to prison break. A prison break. I feel like I called it a few was it 2 chapters ago? I felt like I had an epiphany. If you go in the Discord and you scroll up a little bit, I don't know how far up you have to scroll, right? If you don't know how far, I don't know how far up you have to scroll, but I was sitting here one night and I had like this epiphany. I had an epiphany. I was like, holy crap. Because going into this arc, it just felt like, it genuinely felt like maybe the villains would win. I was like, the villains might win. The whole time, we all were thinking, it's like, it's no way how. And then I had an epiphany and I was like, dude, the villains are gonna lose. And they're gonna get put in jail. And then there's gonna be a prison break. Now, exactly how I thought it was gonna happen, no, it's not happening that way. But the villain, like, it feels like both sides took equal casualties, but the villains took a little. Nah, I can't say that because society is so like turned off to the thought of heroes right now because everything that's going on. That's super damaging. But the sheer numbers, I'll say that the sheer numbers from heroes and villains is disproportionately on the side of villains being arrested and detained and captured. So like Shigaraki, the 7 Nomus, Dabi, Spinner, Skeptic, and 129 other villains are the only ones that escaped. Right. It's utter, like everything is in chaos. It's the best time to do it. You're so right. No rest for, yeah. There's no rest. It's the perfect time. Everything is in shambles. Everything is in shambles. Now what I'm even more interested in is because All For One is still in control of Shigaraki. And I'm assuming All For One is still in control of Shigaraki because he knows if he lets go of control, Shigaraki is going to do something stupid and kill himself. That's why I think that's why he won't let him go. I think he won't let him go because he knows Shigaraki is going to do something and it's not going to work in his plan and probably get himself killed because Shigaraki definitely was going to die. People now might want villains to be dead and not arrest. Well, maybe. We haven't seen that part of the society yet. We've only seen one side so far. Who's gonna stop them? Literally, like, it's crazy. The villains, Tartarus, overhaul all the villains from the USJ. The Nomu. Jesus, what's his name? Kurogiri. Why am I forgetting Shirakumo? Kurogiri Shirakumo's in the Tartarus. Stain, Moonfish. Gentle's not in Tartarus. I think Gentle's just in a regular prison. Muscular, maybe. Gagan's totally getting moved to Tartarus. Anyone from this battlefield, not the little not the chump change guys from the mansion, but anyone they got on the scene with Endeavor, they're going to Tartarus. They're like Compress is going to Tartarus. Gagan's going to Tartarus. All the liberation generals and lieutenants and all, they're going to Tartarus. All the chump change dudes, they might, if there's regular jails that can hold them, they'll go there. But all the lieutenants and all, they're all going to Tartarus. This is nuts. This is nuts. This is nuts. The war is not over. This fight was the first battle. And you can kind of say that the heroes forced the retreat. But there was equal casualties on both sides. But all for one, I can't even say Shigaraki because Shigaraki is not in control. All for one, which makes me feel that Shigaraki is about to have another crazy moment in this next arc. And whatever next big arc we build up to, because I think we're going to take a step back for a slight, like a micro step, and then we're going to move forward. Whatever this next big arc is, Shigaraki is going to play a huge force because of everything that All For One's been doing at the end of this arc, at the end of this battle, and moving forward to this prison break. Dude, Shigaraki is he's gonna do something crazy. Because right now, this isn't Shigaraki. This is All For One. This is All For One. So Shigaraki's gonna have another crazy moment that's gonna happen. Just like damn near all their top 10s. The only ones who can come back, Ryukyu, Wash, Yorimusha, Genus, maybe. Dude, Ed's shot looked like he was done. Did you see, like, his arm looked like it was Vestige for one, yeah? Like, Edshot's arm, he looked like he only had one arm. Genus is not recovered yet. Genus is still not recovered, so he's still gonna be recovering. I'm going back to this panel with Edshot. Dude, Edshot he looks wrecked. He looks absolutely wrecked. Yeah. Miriko's she lost the arm and her leg. She's like, Miriko's done. She's done. She's done. This is nuts. Man, there's no, dude, this is nuts. It's so salty about midnight. You know what's crazy? We still haven't, this isn't all of the fallout. That's what's crazy. This isn't all of the fallout. This isn't all of the fallout. This is just the big names. This isn't dealing with the students, the fallout from the students being involved in this battle. We still haven't gotten anything about Deku or Bakugo, any of that stuff. We don't know the condition that Endeavor's in, because we know Endeavor had some very serious wounds. We don't know what condition Gran Torino is in. He was in critical condition when we last saw him, but he's old enough to succumb. Even still, we know Aizawa doesn't have a leg anymore, and confirmed from the popularity poll, Aizawa only has one eye. When Shigaraki raked his face, he raked his eye. I'm pretty sure, right? Aizawa was wearing an eye patch in that popularity poll, which confirms that Aizawa only has one eye now. One eye, one leg. If there's we did it back when they named off all of the cities. We did it when UA's done after this. I don't know how UA can't get away with putting their students on the front line, even though they have their provisional licenses. The school still has to allow them to do things. I don't see how how they can face the backlash from sticking their students on the front line with this. I don't know how they, I don't know. I was saying we did it back when in that chapter when they named off all of the cities that Gagan rampaged through. But it would be, I would say, I wouldn't like ignorant or naive, but it would be crazy to think that in this rampage no one that we know in the series was affected, like outside of being there, like a family member was in the line of path. I think we figured like Deku's mom doesn't live, like Deku and his mother don't live in the line of fire where Gagan ran, like where he rampaged through. I think we confirmed that they don't, but we don't, like, she can be anywhere. Inko could be anywhere at the time of that. What if she went somewhere? Remember how Nezu said during the culture festival how the school board, yeah, UA was already, like, UA was taking flack from the USJ. They were taking flack from the USJ, and then everything that happened with the summer camp in Camino, that was like and then like that was on top of that, as well as with the what's his face, I forgot, overhaul stuff. It's I don't see any way how UA is allowed to stay running after this and like, as the people said, it, Endeavor is gonna have to release some sort of statement. People think Inko was at the, oh, so the spoiler, the spoiler that I thought I got spoiled for was someone's video. I don't know who it was. Someone's video was titled "Deku's mom died in the war," and it was a picture of her, right? And like I was like, that's why I was so mad. That's the spoiler that I thought was a spoiler. That's what I thought was a spoiler, because I seen, and it was, and the video it was like the video's uploaded like 6 days ago, something like that. So within this week that just passed, I seen the picture, I read the title and lost it. I was like, I know I didn't just get spoiled for that. And that's just a theory, but they don't title it as such. This video was Deku's mom died in the war. That's what it was. That's what the title was. And I was like, no, man, no. No. I was like, no. So I'm glad at the end of this that it's like, so far it hasn't happened. So far that it hasn't happened. I'm just looking at Midnight, man. I can't believe they did her like that. Can't believe they did her like that. That hurts. Momo's gonna be wrecked. Momo's gonna be hurt because Midnight entrusted her with everything. She's gonna be hurt. Mineta too. Yeah, both of Momo's mentors died. That's crazy. Momo might go rogue? Maybe. Nah, I don't say that. You saw that video? Okay. I wish he would have titled it something else. I wish he would have like put theory, like a theory, and then boom, not just title that. I don't know. I would have titled it like, or hit the title and then say theory at the end of it or something, or in the thumbnail put theory on the thumbnail. I don't know. But I do agree. Yeah, Mineta already takes being a hero seriously. His reason for being a hero is just hated by a lot of people because we live in 2021. No, I think I can't tell if Dexter's making jokes, but Mineta wanted to be a hero because it's a very vain reason why he wanted to be a hero. But if you're telling me in a superhero society that I wouldn't want to be a hero so girls would like me, what? People want to be Instagram and TikTok famous so that so that they could get girls. It fits. It totally fits. I like Mineta and all of his misogyny. I like Mineta a lot. A lot of people hate Mineta, and I really like Mineta. Mineta literally, his reason is not more vain / dislikable than Bakugo's. Yeah, Bakugo is just a conundrum of a character because Bakugo's literally a product of his society. He was raised in such a toxic. He was like, you really can't tell. You get hints, but there's been little hits. Bakugo was raised in toxicity, so he's a product of his environment. If he does, he'll start using his incredible intelligence for something worthwhile. I feel like this could be the moment. People say that he's a terrible hero student, but he's in the top half of the class and has never failed to show up in a single scenario. No, Bakugo's a really good, like, with Bakugo, if you take away his explosive personality, he's I'm saying Bakugo's at the top. But Mineta's actually, I agree with everything you're saying. Like, Mineta's never backed down from a situation. Has he? No. He's gotten scared and gone back, retreated, and then thought of something and then retaliated. Like, he told it, like, I like Mineta a lot. I like Mineta a lot. Yeah, Mineta's a realistic character. Mineta is what a 15-year-old boy is. If we're being honest, he's a 15. Yeah, Bakugo literally has an abusive mother. She beat him and she beats the dad. Bakugo's mom, it's a mixture of her personality and a quirk. So, yeah. Bakugo is raised in toxicity. What's up, man? What's up? What is Bakugo and Deku gonna say to each other when their beds are side to side? Everyone hates Endeavor without context. If you ever read there's a side story? You're gonna have to link that. There's a side story for that? I think Deku might, someone said it earlier, Deku might go into a vestige training thingy. Yeah, link that one. If you read the side story, she forced the dad to marry her. That's crazy. Yet everyone hates Endeavor without context because they love Shoto, and Endeavor's the abusive dad. So, oh, I hate abusive parents. And then that's it. And then as you start to get more context throughout the story, it shows that a lot of people aren't in the act of forgiving someone. That's what it shows. And then it leads me to, like, it just makes me think of how people who are unforgiving, how they are as actual people and not what they choose to project to someone, right? Who do you think is more overrated, Deku or Shoto? If I had to be honest, Shoto, because Deku's not popular. Well, he is popular, but people complain about Deku so much it overshines the people that actually like him. But if I'm being completely honest, I'm not in the fandom enough to know who's overrated or not. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure people think people like Shoto for the same reasons that they like Zuko. He's hot and he has a scar on his face. I can just surmise that from being around the internet and hearing people talk about Zuko. I'm literally not connected enough to know what people think about any of the series that I like. That's so I don't know. I don't know. I would say probably Shoto. It's like an OVA chapter of Bakugo's home life. His mom legit smashed a table out of nowhere in the middle of an argument. I feel like Endeavor was actually a good parent, but Toya feeling this huge weight to become a great. I think Endeavor was Endeavor up until the point that Toya died was a Japanese man. We can say that. Like once you start to learn more about how men are in Japan and what they have to do and all that stuff, you learn more. He is more of like you're a Japanese man, right? He kind of had an arranged marriage. They were kind of like learning to love each other, having kids. He's the number 2 hero, right? He's the number 2 hero. He's working hard. He had this dream to surpass All Might, had a kid, like, and it just turned bad. It turned toxic. That is just kind of there. Further feeds into my theory about where, of course, you're not liking father figure. Like these last couple of chapters with all the Endeavor stuff, it really like I already was like turning the page on Endeavor. I'm a very forgiving person, right? I'm a very forgiving person. Damn near forgive. I forgive but don't forget. That's the one thing that people don't. Yeah, they didn't want in the chapters that he was chill until Shoto was born. Then once he saw Shoto's quirk, it was like my dream is right here. Yeah, like Endeavor was cool. Like it's still mixy though on like, because we've only gotten limited stuff between what Dabi's telling us and what we've seen from Shoto and what we got a glimpse from Endeavor, because we seen from Endeavor what life was like when it was only Toya and Fuyumi, when Fuyumi was a baby, and things were peachy, things were cool. Now we don't know, like we stopped whenever we first seen the first time that Toya's quirk hurt him, so we don't know how things went after that. But it seems like if we're looking at it from Natsu's point of view, it doesn't seem like Natsu was beat up and abused like Shoto was, because Natsu didn't have a fire quirk, right? He didn't have a fire quirk, so it was like, I don't think Natsu just got abused like that. I think Natsu's hatred came from Toya crawling back to him every day. But we don't know if Endeavor was beating the hell out of Toya, or if Toya was lying to him saying, nah, dad, it doesn't hurt. He was abandoned, for lack of a better word. He was kind of there. He was kind of just there. Like Natsu was just there. Fuyumi was just there. Well, can we really say that though? Can we really say that? Because we really don't know. Like if we're really thinking about it, we don't know how Endeavor was with the other children. We only know how he was with Shoto. In Natsu's perspective, it is according to Natsu's perspective. But then Natsu's perspective is also impacted by Toya. And we don't know how manipulative Toya was before, right? Maybe Toya was always manipulative. But now since he's Dabi, it's even like cranked to a higher level. It's like a spider web, that family. It's crazy. Like so far we've only been seeing that family from people's points of views. Hori hasn't given us this is the flashback. We've seen it from so many different points of views. We've never just seen like here's the flashback, here's what happened. Like with Shigaraki, it's like, here's what happened. This is what happened. Even though that was from his point of view. But I think when we get that, then we'll finally know. But so far we've gotten it from Endeavor's point of view, Shoto's point of view, and Toya's point of view, and Natsuo's point of view as well. I still think Deku or All Might telling everyone about One for All. You don't need. I still don't think you tell everybody. You can tell some people, but the more people you tell, the more of an issue it becomes. I don't think they should tell everybody. I know Endeavor and Shoto, the people that are going to want answers are the people that specifically heard things or seen things, which is Endeavor. Endeavor's gonna want answers because Endeavor was talking to Deku. Like, what are you talking about? And Deku's just like, trust me. And he's like, okay. Endeavor's gonna want answers. Shoto's gonna want answers after seeing Deku use another quirk. He's gonna want answers. Is Aizawa gonna necessarily want answers if he doesn't overhear from someone? I don't think so. I'm expecting Deku's dad to come in the story now because of what happens. I feel like Hisashi Midoriya might be someone extremely important. We have to look into, we have to take into account because we know that we have to I got thrown off because I'm looking at Deku, and with his father we have to take into account the quirks because once we learned not too recently, right? Not too recently we learned that quirks affect personality, right? We learned that quirks affect personality, that your personality is greatly influenced by your quirk, that your quirk is actually a part of your DNA. It's just not something that's there, like it's a part of you. It's like it's now a part of your genetic makeup. So to know that we see what Inko's quirk is and we see her personality. Now we know that Deku's father has a fire breathing quirk, and if we go from the assumption of seeing the personality of Endeavor, Toya, Bakugo all have fire-based quirks. All the people from Endeavor's agency have fire-based quirks, and they have fiery personalities. So to know that Deku didn't get a quirk inherited, but he's seemingly his mother's child, right? He has it seems like he has nothing from his father except probably his hair color, like the green tint from it, and I don't know if that's stylistically or if that's just his hair color. Like it's weird with anime trying to figure that stuff out, but I would assume, well, because Midoriya means green, like Midori is green in Japanese, so his name is Midoriya based off of like the color green. So like he seemingly doesn't have anything from his father. Like he seems like his mother's child. Every character in the series favors their mother as opposed to the father. I think Shoto is just like everyone. You are right. Shoto is just literally a dumbed down version of his father and his mother. Because Rei, she's definitely cool, calm, and collected, but Shoto literally has no personality. He's so deadpan, and I think it's because the drastic contradictions of their quirk mixed together just like nullifies any personality that the both of them have. So he just lands in the middle, and it's just like he doesn't lean this way or that way too much. Like Ochiko, Oyama, Baku, everyone looks exactly like their moms. Yeah, that's so true. It's so true. One person that's different is Gento, who looks like his dad, but maybe we kind of saw Kota's parents. makes you think how much quirks truly affect personality. I think honestly, I think quirks are like a part of. I wonder how much it does, but it seems like whatever your quirk is, your personality is like a direct match to your quirk. Like, look at Bakugo's quirk and look at his personality. He's extremely loud. He's explosive. He's like he bursts and like explode, like and bursts, like in explosions. Like his personality and quirk directly match each other. I'm trying to think of everyone else's quirk to figure out how it affects their personality. But I'm pretty sure you could probably go down the line and figure it out. I'm pretty sure other quirks are more impactful, more so villains. Yeah, it's crazy. Further fuel for my theory. We're gonna have to get you in front of him and get you to ask him, Dexter. Like, what's the deal with you and fathers, Hori? We gotta somehow do that. See if we can get you in front of him so he can answer the question. It could be something. Yeah, I already read the chapter, man. We've been live for an hour. I read it already. Yeah. Pretty crazy, but I think we've been calling Prison Break. If I ever get famous, I'm using all of my connections to meet him and Isayama. I wanna meet Ishida Sensei. And I want to meet Hori. Those are the two people I want to meet the most, because they're responsible. Like, I want to meet Toriyama, but I don't think I'm gonna learn much from Toriyama, because Toriyama don't remember much about Dragon Ball anyways. He doesn't remember much about Dragon Ball anyways, so there's not much I'm gonna ask him and learn. The man has to be reminded about his own series more than he can remind other people about his series. So I probably want to meet Toriyama just to meet him, but I really want to meet Ishida Sensei, and I really want to meet Horikoshi Sensei. I really do, because they're very insightful people. Like, My Hero had a great year. Like, I'm not saying My Hero had the best year of any series in the year of 2020. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that My Hero had a great year, from the anime happening, from the anime finishing up at the beginning of the year, to the movie coming out, and it made a ton of money and a bunch of people liked it. And then this whole war arc has been a great read. Right? It's been a great read. Like 2020 was a really good it's a really good year for it. How do you think Black Whip will look animated? I think it will look I'm trying to think I'm trying to think of another series that kind of has done tendrils and how it can look. I don't know. I want to be more reserved and think it might be static. Not like static like electricity, but kind of like it won't be like flowing or anything. It kind of will be like Black Whip goes out, like stuff like that. Like, I'm thinking of how like Sasuke's use of what is it called? Oh god. Amaterasu. Blaze control when he was fighting Naruto at the final fight. When he used blaze control in the final fight, kind of like a toned down version of that, because they threw the budget at that fight. So a toned down version of that. But seeing the trailer, hearing how it seems like they figured out how to produce the anime and a movie at the same time without over stressing like each other too much, right? Too much. And I don't know. Seeing Bakugo's explosion actually say the word boom in the anime, it has me excited for what they might try to experiment with this season. It does. It gives me hope that the back half of the season with My Villain Academia is going to be incredible. That's what it gives me hope. I think it was really cool when you slow down the trailer and you see Bakugo's explosion actually say the word boom like it's a manga panel. Really cool. Really cool. You can talk about that too. Black Clover. I got like 10 theories from that series. I need answers. I'm gonna read Black Clover. I have to. Apparently people in Japan have been calling the new volume release as a part of the Jump Hell set with Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man. That name is just so raw to me, Chainsaw Man. There was a color chapter cover of how BW Black Whip will look in the show. Can't recall the chapter though. I was like looking, I was like BW Black Whip. It might look like tendrils from hentai for meme sakes. If we look at the trailer, it kind of has like a green tint to it, doesn't it? It kind of, you're gonna make me look it up. I think from that little preview that they released of Black Whip. I'm typing and I got buttons. I'm typing and I got buttons. No, because if I Control Shift New, we're gonna go. I'm gonna look up the little season 5 preview. I think I completely forgot about that. I can't wait for the joint training arc. I can't wait for it. It's got like a greenish tint, right? My Hero Academia season 5 preview. It doesn't have the green tint around it. Okay. Teaser. I should say teaser. Ooh, we can't let that play. No thanks. I think it might have been like the trailer. I'm looking at the one from September. I think Shiggy will get his white hair in season 5. I don't think they didn't give Shiggy his white hair in the movie because I don't think they wanted people to ask questions about why Shigaraki has white hair. So they just kept it gray. I think the manga chapter at least. Yeah, in the anime it literally, like if you look at this, I'll do scene 2. Like it kind of has like, it looks the same color as his suit. So yeah. And I can get rid of that. Get rid of this. And that's, I'm pretty sure Shiggy will get his white hair. If he doesn't get his white hair, I'll be kind of bummed at that. I would be kind of bummed at that, but I think he will. If I'm being completely frank, that set, because I'm pretty sure, do you think they'll do that? That'll be one episode? The whole backstory would be one episode, right? Because I know it was like 2 or 3 chapters. It'll be it'll be one complete episode, like his flashback. They'll probably add a little bit to it too. You never know. I think that might be the best episode of the series. Like up to that date, up to season 5, episode whatever that is. I think that might be the best episode of the series. I don't see it stretching out for more than an episode. Yeah, I think it would be something like, we might, like at the end of the episode, they tease it. Yeah, you missed the whole thing. They might tease it at the end of the episode, and then we start the next episode with it. I think Deku will get white hair thanks to all the upcoming stress. You never know. Like we saw the process that Dabi went through when his white hair started to come in. Shiggy's got his white hair. You never know. The boy might have his white hair. Now you know what you're making me think of? Trigun. You're making me think of Trigun. You're making me think of Trigun. If anyone not watched Trigun, because the anime ending's different from the manga ending. If anyone's read Trigun, you know what I'm talking about. Deku goes full Kaneki, that would be wild. If Deku ended up getting white hair, that would be nuts. I'm here for it. Do it! Do it, Hori! Do it! Everyone gonna turn into Kaneki. And I don't mind it because I love Kaneki. I don't want Dobby's white hair is due to Ray's genes, I think. I don't you think so? I don't that's interesting. You think so? You think it was because I think whenever the Dobby stuff was going on, someone was saying like, what if he has an ice quirk that activated and he just doesn't know? And maybe that could have been a sign. I honestly probably think it's stress because the quirk is too strong for his body. I think that's what I'm leaning more towards. I think I'm leaning more towards that his body was just too weak and it just overstressed his body. I think that's what it would be cool if he had, well, would it be cool or would it feel like too much? I think it would it be weird? Because Endeavor and Ray had 4 kids and half of them have a fire quirk and half of them have an ice quirk. And when I say half, I literally mean like Todoroki counts as both. So like not like, well, so technically 3 of them have an ice quirk and 2 of them have a fire quirk, but there's only 4 of them. Oh gosh. Goodness gracious. Someone did the science on Dobby's quirk and said that his flames are so intense because his mom's quirk is nitrogen based and nitrogen turns fire dark blue apparently. Ew. That's cool. So maybe, oh, that's really cool. Damn. Or some sciencey cleverness that I'm not qualified to talk about. Look up Deku with white hair. A piece of artwork, he's kind of looking fire. I will. I don't know where to look these things up at. I don't know where to look these things up at. This is a great chapter. I'm gonna say that about every My Hero chapter because I love My Hero. So every chapter will be a good chapter. If Dobby goes full Iceman in the future, I'll be here for it. I do think now this panel on 19. I think Shigaraki's hands is just laying there, so it's in the darkness. You can't see it. He didn't lose it, right? Because I know at the beginning of the chapter, you see the right hand. He has one. He was using both while looking at the camera. Yeah. I think it's cool. Pixie Bob is still alive. Pixie Bob and Wash. Those are the 2 I was kind of worried about the most. 13's still there too. I think it was confirmed somewhere that she had the best GPA out of the first year students. Really? Maybe Deku will grow hair like Bonk. Possibly. See ya, Pempy. See ya, Pemp. If it's late for you, get out of here. See ya. See ya. See ya. See ya. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So we do realize that with the confirmation that a Prison Break arc is happening, All Might's dead. We do know that, right? Like we know that All Might is gone, right? We know that, right? We know he's a dead man. He's a dead man walking, right? Like I'm pretty sure it's clear. It's clear. I'm pretty sure it's clear that with the confirmation of, I'm laughing because I'm not ready, Julian. I'm laughing because I'm not ready. Hey, Night Eye said he was gonna die a gruesome death. You're right. Oh gosh. Gruesome can mean so many things. What are the odds that Deku stays still for this arc? What are the odds? Someone commented under the last stream saying that I'm too hard on Deku. I'm not hard enough on him. He needs to get it. I'm gonna reply to his comment after this stream, but he was like, if he didn't like, all the points he were making were solid, right? All the points he were making were absolutely solid. But all the point, if I'm being honest, all the points that he made in his comment were all the points that I also said when I was saying it, but I also was saying they need to tie him down to a table somewhere. If we go with the idea that Deku is going to have a vestige like flashback training arc while this is happening, and if this prison break happens at the same time that he's having this vestige vision thing happening, I can see either One For All having a reaction to taking All Might in, because when All Might dies, he's gonna fully go into One For All, or All Might dying and that's what wakes him up, and Deku probably could see exactly what All Might was going through at the prison because they're connected. I truly think so. Really, Kakashi tied Sasuke to a tree. I do think I could see one of the two happening. That One For All having a reaction to taking him in, because we haven't seen that process. We haven't seen what One For All does or what it goes through when a previous user dies while another user has the quirk. We haven't seen that yet. So I can see One For All possibly could have some sort of reaction, or All Might being killed and entering One For All could be the thing that woke Deku up. And then now Deku's hit with the wave of, oh my, what the hell? I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for it at all. Deku's my favorite character because All Might is out of commission, but All Might is my second favorite character. But before, All Might was my favorite character, but whenever he retired, I moved him down a notch. He needs a personal tragedy before the training arc. That's the formula. Yeah. The art of depressed Deku makes me sad. I saw Deku lying on a hospital bed with a breathing mask, half awake, eyes just sad. I would like it if Deku isn't like we see Deku right here. It kind of looks like he's passed out. Oh gosh, I'm dying. Man, that cough really took me out. That cough from earlier really took me out, but okay, we're good. But I would like it if Deku doesn't wake up for a little bit. Oh no, don't die. I think I would like it if he doesn't wake up for a little bit. I would like it if life went on and Deku is still like, I'm not talking about like months in a coma, but like we go through some stuff while he's still like, so we don't get his realization that everything he's done and the damage that he's caused himself, we don't get that instant. I kind of like to wait on it a little bit, drag it out a little bit more, if you get what I'm saying. Yes. Yeah, Dexter, he's gonna wake up like Aang. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Like, things have already progressed. It'd be cool if he woke up during the prison break. I want a bunch of things to happen that none of them will happen. I want a bunch of things to happen. I want him to wake up when All Might dies. I don't want him to wake up when All Might dies. I want him, Shoto's never gonna have personality. We have to like accept that. Like, he's not gonna have a personality. Like, Shoto is deadpan. The boy has no personality. He doesn't have one. It's impossible. Like, quite literally, it's impossible. I kind of talked about it a little bit earlier with quirks and how they affect your personality. Ray and Endeavor's quirks are the complete opposite of each other. They're the complete opposite. So when you combine the both of them and you get a perfect 50-50 mix, you get Shoto, a boy with no personality. It's literally perfect. But Shoto's always he's going to be a character that shines more when he's around people. Like, Shoto becomes this cool, funny, awkward character when he's talking to Deku and he's talking to Ida, and he's not making funnies, but it's funny because it's like, dude, what? Like, what are you saying? He's always gonna be that character. Just that's his personality. I love him for it, but that's his personality. Yeah, he's as balanced as his quirk. He's interesting by proxy, not by himself. Yeah. Honestly, Shoto by himself would probably be a depressed individual like he was before he met them. Right? Like he was before, like he was angry and depressed before he met Deku and became friends with them. He would just be a non-angry version of that person. That's all he would be if he didn't have friends. He would be a non-angry version if he just like stopped having friends and was by himself. Solo Shoto fight him, just saying deadpan's flash fire. No emotion. Like Shoto becomes this elaborate character when a Dabi is around, or when an Endeavor is around, when a Deku is around, when Bakugo is screaming at the top of his lungs at him. Like, stuff like that's when Shoto becomes a character. He blooms. Like, he starts to bloom when he's around people. And I love him. I love him for it because there's people that, like, people are totally like that. Not everybody is the social butterfly. It's weird that Deku isn't even a social butterfly, but he can get along with pretty much everybody. And he doesn't even realize it because he psychs himself out of it. I think we'll get that flashback memory, Rock. I do think we'll get it. He's a character that manages to foil Bakugo while being more awkward than Deku. Yes. Shoto does things that no other character could because of who he is. I like it. I could talk about My Hero forever. Just spin off into so many different things. Can you imagine being a kid looking there and seeing your teacher dead? That sucks. That's crazy. Yeah, it had the little kids in it. This chapter referenced a lot in it. It referenced a lot. Like, if he wasn't so powerful, he would be that one character that everyone's just like, he's a guy. Yeah. Like, if Shoto didn't have like these two busted quirks, if he didn't have these two busted quirks, he would just be a kid in the background. But that's the, like, if Bakugo didn't have his quirk, well, it's hard to say that because their personalities are their quirks. But like, for instance, if Bakugo was still his same fiery personality but didn't have his quirk, Bakugo would just be the guy that yells so goddamn much. Why is he so cocky? That's what he would be. Shoto would just be like, that's the awkward kid in the corner. That's what he would be. Without out of everyone, and I'm pretty sure you guys can tell me, I'm not on the internet, right? I just realized Shoto is more edgy than Tokiyami. Someone who literally is all about darkness. That's so true. That is true. You guys have to tell me, but there's probably a corner of the community that doesn't like all of the All For One and Shigaraki stuff because it feels like Shigaraki's being neutered as a character. And I don't necessarily see it that way. Because this would be different if well, I can't say because we don't know if All For One can take over Shigaraki's body the way that we think he can take, like if he can parasitically just like body swap with him, right? I'm gonna build him up and then take his body. Excuse me. Excuse me again. But it seemed like maybe he has to free his real body in order to do the body swap, or maybe All For One's just like, all right, I need to get out now because I need to actually train this kid, right? I need to actually train this kid if he's actually gonna take my place. So it'll be interesting. I do think All For One and All Might are dead at the end of this prison break, and I do think Shigaraki is going to be the one to kill both of them. And Shigaraki, what I'm trying to say is Shigaraki will be the big bad villain of My Hero Academia at the end of this arc. And it won't be because he did this. It will be because he stepped up, killed the two people that no one else could, and he's big boy status now. I do think Shigaraki is here for the final piece of his development to come into being the big bad villain. Right? He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Because a lot of people seem to forget that this story is following both Shigaraki and Deku becoming the hero and villain of the series. Shigaraki's not there yet, but I do think at the end of this prison break arc he will be, and then now it will turn to now Deku, you have to get ready to be on the level to fight him. I do after this prison break. I do think that. Honestly, Deku's the guy whose entire character is about darkness has a brighter personality than that. I want to see Deku's Black Web Rage mode and Tokiyami Rage mode. Yeah, it'd be kind of scary to have both of them going nuts at the same time. So the theory that Vestige One for All and All For One are two separate entities with different goals. Vestige for One, goodness, that's All For One. Vestige for One, I read that completely wrong. And One For All are two separate entities with different goals. Maybe, yeah, alright, yes. Shigaraku will do what Kylo should have done in the latest Star trilogy. And then you fixed it the Kylo way. Yeah. All For One told the Nomus to go free his main body. Yeah, I'm. You can always like how do you, what's that saying go? I don't know. That saying, you can always come up with a counter argument to it. Yeah, I think they're going to free his body so that All For One can be free, and that him and Shigaraki could rule the world like Sith. Or maybe All For One is sick of messing with this kid and he's screwing up too much, and he can't take his body as it is now because Shigaraki fought him back, and we need to break his body out so that he can assert his true dominance over Shigaraki and take his body from him. It's one or two, but I lean more towards the All For One probably wants to rule like the Sith, the rule of two. There can only be two. I do think so. It seems that way. It seems like All For One has, well, we know Hori likes Star Wars, but if you think about it, All For One always had this rule of two thing kind of like in the tuck, because he forced his brother to how can I think while doing that? He forced his brother to take the quirk. Right, he forced his brother to take the quirk, probably to make him rule by his side, and then that didn't work out. So he's probably been trying to get the quirk back so he could get someone to rule by his side. Who knows? All For One told the Nomus to go for his main body. That tells me he isn't planning on taking over Shiggy's body. All For One, the person, and the vestige have completely different ways of speaking. All For One's Dark Bane confirmed. In a sense, he is. If you think about it. Ooh, did we stumble across something? In a sense, he is. If you really think about it. Yeah. What is this? All For One, the person, and the vestige have completely different ways of speaking. Is that for real? That's something I never noticed. For real, it's weird seeing AFL like 3 consecutive times starting off a sentence in the chat. But that's for real that the vestige, as we were calling them, that vestige for one, and All For One have completely different ways of speaking. For real? You gotta make me dig for something real fast and go back. Well, it's kind of in my face right here. That's what you meant when they said they have different goals. It's kind of in my face now that if I'm taking into account what you all are saying, and I'm looking at this. All For One is sitting here saying, I can feel it. My expectations were a bit off, but it won't be long now, as if he doesn't know what's going on. But then we have this guy saying, why do they assume tomorrow will come for them? No, I won't grant them a moment's rest. It's because it's my turn now, and my turn will never end. Hear me, my tireless Nomu. It's time to free my real body. I think I think it boils down to, when I read what you were saying, Julian, I thought you were I read it wrong. I thought you were talking about one for all and all for one. That's why I didn't think anything of it. But I think that, yeah, wow, that was I missed that. But now that if I think about it, if I go back and think, when Vestige for One was bringing up, it was a few chapters ago, whenever, I think it was when he was trying to take one for all. Right? When he was trying to take one for all away. With personality, I think All For One and One For All might operate the same way that I think that All For One and One For All might operate the same exact way. Like that, I don't know. What are the chances that that All For One mutated when they gave it to Shigaraki? I mean that can we say that for sure? Dude, what are the chances that All For One mutated when they gave it to Shigaraki? The same way that One For All mutated when All Might gave it to Deku. What isn't to say? What isn't to say that? Right? What it like? Can we can say that? We can kind of speculate that. Because if we're going with Vestige for one and All For One being two completely different entities, then we can kind of compare it to One For All and how all the Vestiges are actually like living entities inside of Deku. They're different personalities. And that this Vestige for one is the personality of it's the personality of that, and All For One is the individual that had that. Right? That could work. Can we say for sure that All For One and Gel and Vestige for one are the same entity? We can't confirm or deny. We can only speculate. But if we're like Madman saying it, Julian saying it, that they have completely different speech patterns. So if they have different speech patterns, then that means there's different entities that are like different mindsets that are speaking. Like, what are the chances? What are the literal chances that All For One mutated when All For One transferred the quirk over to Shigaraki? That could be an actual possibility. Or maybe it's always like this. Maybe All For One, because we know One For All derived from All For One. Maybe All For One, well, did it derive? I don't think it derived from it. It was created by it by accident, in a sense. Or maybe on purpose. We don't know what All For One was doing. He could have tried to create something. But maybe All For One works, maybe it works the same. I don't know. The Vestige is more lively and animated than All For One the person, like he was when he was in the Vestige book. Well, All For One was very animated in Kamino. He was very animated and trying to irritate All Might. So we know he can be animated. Could that be the same for One For All? Like, instead of the original user, it was only a piece / personality trait of them inside the Vestiges. Yeah. Honestly, it could be that. It could be that. Like it could be like the Vestiges aren't like what we're thinking of Vestiges, but actually like, yeah, it could be like yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I truly think so. Like, it's a legit piece, like a legit piece of their personality. And I truly think so. That's interesting, man. That's really interesting. It's truly interesting. One thing, now that I'm thinking, because I'm thinking of the story that All Might told Deku of how One For All was created, that it was a quirk that the brother had, that he had a useless quirk of passing on a power, right? And a useless quirk of passing on a power, he had a useless quirk of just passing on a quirk, but he doesn't have anything to pass on. So the brother gave him a stockpiling power on top of that, and therefore the brother was then able to transfer it, right? But if that's the only case, is it a case of like All For One feeling like playing like the God complex? We know he has one, but the God complex of, I created this quirk that I gave my brother this, and through me giving this, my brother ended up creating a quirk, and I want the quirk back. That's why he's so hell-bent. It's making me think, why is he so hell-bent on taking the power back? If it was originally just a quirk that was a stockpiling quirk. Like, is there more? Right? Is there more? Is there more? When All For One was fighting All Might, he was mad that All Might took away his comrades, but then the Vestige seemed unbothered. That's true. They do seem completely different. I thought it was more of a this power can kill me, I need to take it back or get rid of it type deal. I guess that works too. But would he be so hellbent? I'm trying to think of like his personality and how he feels. If something was a threat, I'm sure he would take care of it. But would he be this hellbent on it though? Like, I want it back. Because didn't the vestige like it's mine, like it's my core, like it's mine. But then he also said that All For One was obsessive. Like the quirk itself was very obsessive, and that's why he can't help but to take quirks. So it could be a mixture of that too, just like maximized to the millionth degree of like just super klepto. Like, I want the quirk, I need the quirk, I need the quirk. It's mine, it's mine. Take that quirk back. Like, it's that. So it could be. It could be. I for a second I was kind of thinking that All For One was the man, and then the quirk All For One is the reason why he wants, like, him personally could care less about the quirks, but All For One the quirk, not All For One the man, and not like this vestige form, like the actual quirk All For One wants quirks. I need quirks, I need them. And All For One being the man is just compelled to do that. That I was kind of leaning that way for a second, but I don't know. Come on, camera. God damn. Well, I can't sit and be comfortable. I gotta. We talking so much. I want to go watch Attack on Titan. I think Vestige for one is completely selfish, while All For One for All. I think One for All is selfish. I wonder who he stole the stockpiling from, right? Because shouldn't their personality should be from the stockpiling quirk. One for All is definitely a selfish quirk. It's very selfish. But if One for All wasn't selfish, whatever they were like, if we revisit the conversation that they were having when Shigaraki was trying to take One for All like 10 chapters ago, listen to what they're saying. Like, listen to what One for All is saying. It's very selfish. Like, we chose this boy. Like, we chose him. He's our boy. They're selfish. They're very selfish. It's just not as selfish as All For One. But they're selfish indeed. They definitely share that. Yeah, they kind of disregard Deku's body and injuries to push him forward. Right. They're selfish. They're selfish. They want to achieve their goal. And I think their goal is to defeat All For One. I said I think because I don't really remember. But that's their goal. That's their goal. So we're all excited for Deku versus Muscular Part 2. Ooh. If that happens, see, this is where my brain goes all unga bunga. Like, if Deku were to fight Muscular again, Deku would probably he would outsmart Muscular in the way he fights. But me, in my head, I want Deku to go unga bunga. I'm stronger now, ho, and just start teeing off on him. That's what I want. That's what I want, and I'm probably not gonna get that. I want that. Just like All For One taking over Shiggy, you could see that when Deku was, yeah. Right. Right, Julian. That's so true. That's true. All For One did say he was compelled to, yeah, he said he was compelled to steal Ragdoll's quirk and blamed it on the habit. I wouldn't say it's the vestige. I would say it's the all for one. It's the quirk. Like, I think vestige for one is the actual quirk. Like, the quirk all for one compels you to just take. Right? I think that's what it is. I heard that voice crack. Yeah, I think it's the quirk. And interesting. Like a kleptomaniac. I truly do think so. It just seems like all for one, the person and the quirk seem like they meshed really well. And Shigaraki is not. Shigaraki is total. Well, Shigaraki's body is not completed either. But it's not completed either. But Shigaraki does not seem like he is compatible with this quirk whatsoever. It doesn't seem like it at all. Shigaraki is not compatible with this quirk. So this sort of toxic relationship is always going to continue to happen until Shigaraki either bosses up and puts the quirk in check. Like, hey, yo, like this, I run this. I'm not a boy no more. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. So I think we'll get that. It's probably from centuries of taking power at will. It's weird to think that. I think in this universe, superpowers have been around for less than 200 years. Quirks have been around for less than 200 years. Because All for One and Dr. Garaki were there at the dawn of quirks. And Dr. Garaki said he was like, I'm freestyling, but isn't Dr. Garaki like 150 years old? Something like that. His quirk just makes him make him age slower. It's weird to think that. It seems like quirks have been around forever, but they really haven't. I need to read Vigilantes. I'll probably binge it one day. Quirk makes All for One go after quirks on a crazy level. I think Deku versus Bakugo is going to start with Deku wanting to relieve his anger. 4 to 5 generations of quirk users have passed, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so about that. Yeah. About that. Yeah. I don't think so. I think Deku and Bakugo are both knocking on death's door. So I don't think they fight in no time soon. I don't in my brain a couple of years ago, I could have figured out how we could have gotten a Deku versus Bakugo 3. But in the current state of this series, I don't see how we get how we get another, like currently as of chapter 296 with the status of the two characters. I personally don't see a way where we get them fighting again. Like a real fight. Like both the times they fought, they really they were really going at each other, kind of scrapping. Well, Deku was holding back the first half of Deku versus Bakugo 2, and then he kicked it in the high gear. But I don't see where we get a real scrap from them. I don't see it. Maybe Deku, the only way I can think of it is Deku's trying to do something that sounds absolutely dumb, and Bakugo gets in his way to try to stop him, and they scrap. And if he beats Bakugo, he can leave. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And I think that would be the victory where Deku beats Bakugo, and he's like, I'm not the baby no more. Like you're not stronger than me anymore. I think that's the only way we get that fight again. Other than that, I can't see how we get that fight again. Especially after the chapter of learning how Bakugo really feels. Right? How Bakugo really feels about Deku. Like him coming to terms of he actually cares for the boy as much as he thinks he may not. He actually cares for him. So the only way I see them fighting is if Deku's going to be dumb. That's the only way. What's Deku gonna say what's Deku gonna say to him if she's alive? If his mom's alive? I don't understand. All right, Dexter, I'm gonna get out of here. I want to go watch Attack on Titan, so I'm probably gonna get out of here too. I need to read Vigilantes, man. I don't know why I'm not reading Vigilantes. I need to. I think I think someone had like said that it's a possibility we might get to see the All Might All for One fight in Vigilantes. Oh, what's Deku's mom's gonna say to him? I think there's not I think there's a 0% chance that Deku's mom lets him stay in UA. A 0% chance. The big gold goose egg. All Might had to go to her. Get on his hands and knees and bow. No, don't spoil me. I'm gonna read Vigilantes. All Might had to get on his hands and knees and bow in front of Inko to allow her to keep him in UA. So after this, there's a 0% chance she lets him stay in UA. There's a 0% chance that she lets him stay in UA. Especially if the boy is not, especially if he's not waking up and she's visiting him in the hospital. Oh, there's no way. I want to see her going off on All Might. That's what I want to see. I want to see her break down in front of All Might. Like, you promised me this wouldn't happen again. You said this and it happened again. I want to see that. Don't take that from me, Hori. I want that conversation. I need that. I need the Toshinori Yagi and Inko Midoriya conversation again, please. I need that conversation again. It has to happen. Because that conversation was such a huge moment. That conversation has to happen again with the state of how Deku is. And the state of Japan. It has to happen. Right? Like you have multiple teachers from UA are dead. You have a teacher from UA that's dead. Multiple heroes are dead. Multiple top 10 heroes are either dead or incapacitated, out of commission, will never do hero work ever again. Like, it's there. I don't see how we can talk her out of I don't see how we can do that. And at that conversation, Deku's dad shows. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna get out of here. We've been here long enough. I'm gonna get out of here. We've been here about 2 hours. We've been here, so feels good to be back. Inko might have a heart attack. She might die. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you all for being here. I look forward to this every week, man. Reading My Hero. I was dying inside, not being able to read My Hero, having to avoid, duck, and dodge on the internet for My Hero stuff. I don't want to live that way. So, chapter comes out next Sunday. We will be here next Sunday, hopefully. Hopefully, we will be here. Everyone else, if I don't talk to you throughout the week, hopefully I'll have to I'll jump into Discord because I know Valoni wasn't here. I want to talk to Valoni about some. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow stuff on the channel starts back up. Tower of God, everything else that I've been doing. Oh, and some new series for winter. I may try to slide some things in there. I don't know. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. And I'm out of here. Peace out.